a lot of sales coaching out there that I don't agree with, right? And that is this whole concept of like, if I'm going to start a conversation with Alex, part of my job is to get Alex to tell me what his buying process is. What's your process here? How do you guys make approvals on decisions like that? That is the like best way if you want to get lied to get lied to. Like, I really don't think any good comes from asking anybody what's your process on things like this. Because what I think the best way to handle it is to remove all the fluff, right? Monetize the situation, start the conversation. If you find that you're constantly having conversations with the wrong people, change your IPP, your ideal prospect profile, start reaching out to the right people, okay? And then start delivering an insight, right? Here's something that's happening. How are you dealing with that? Man, that's an issue. When you say that's an issue, can you walk me through what's going on? Yeah, we would like to add a SKU transfer module to our warehouse because right now we're having to pay people to onboard. Is it a situation where you're spending, too much money on the labor for them to manually do that, or a situation where you just can't hire the people fast enough to be able to do that, or both? Both. When you say both, where are you guys at in terms of top line revenue with the facility right now? Where do you want to be? Well, I'm not sure. If you had to guess, where would you guess? I mean, I think we're pulling about 7 million out of this location. I feel like if we could move things on faster, we could get to 14. Why 14? I hit all my bonuses there, and then that puts me in a position to get promoted to VP. Right now you're having you never went down the road of who do we need to talk to get this approved. Hey, does it make sense for us to, based on everything you're telling me, you're a perfect candidate for our SKU transfer module, right? What that's going to do is allow you to redeploy those assets that are doing that stuff by hand. I'm sure you have better things for those people to be doing, right? Or at worst, not having to pay that head count. No, we got stuff for them to do. I mean, we're trying to hire. That's what I was thinking. And then we're going to be able to get you those here ahead of schedule, get you guys from 14 to whatever those numbers were, right? So you can be on that path to hitting VP. Does it make sense to get that contract in place? Well, I don't approve that contract. Who does? Rich Adams, right? Perfect. How about we do this? I'll get the contract together. I'll summarize my understanding of the current situation, capabilities needed, and next steps. And then do you want me to present that directly to Rich, or what are your thoughts there? And just let them set a next step. But every time we ask a company, what's your process, they freaking lie to us 100% of the time. Because if somebody does not have the authority to sign the contract, they are not going to say, I don't have the authority to sign the contract. And if you're like, Matt, bull junk, I had 3 people last week tell me they don't have the authority to sign the contract. That person, 85% chance, is exactly who signs the contract, because people that have authority deflect from their authority because they don't want to get boxed in. And people that don't have authority make up a bunch of stuff and say that they do. So I would just avoid that talk track altogether and have your process, your offense, and you run your offense. Here's the things that I need to know, and then I go for my close. If there's no close, I am next step obsessed. What's a good next step? And when you say what's a good next step, Alex, they'll tell you where did you just arrive at? Their process, without ever having to say what's your process. And by the way, if you wait to ask what your process is, sorry, long answer, but I'm dropping bombs of knowledge on you guys. If I wait to ask Alex what his process is until I've monetized the deal, guess what will happen 85% of the time? He will change his damn process. Suddenly, like if I ask in the beginning, what's your process for bringing on new rental equipment if I'm Sean? Oh my God, that's got to go through this, and we got 11 people to sign off on it. But I wait and I have a conversation with Sean, and I realize that Sean missed out on 4 concrete paving jobs last quarter alone because they didn't have the ability to rent this one specific machine quickly, and their current provider was say, hey, we're backed up and there's a wait, causing Sean to lose the deal. Now all of a sudden, hey, Sean, based on the fact that you guys are losing jobs, does it make sense to get me on board as an approved vendor? And then when you need that flat roller, I can have it to you within 36 hours, thus allowing you guys to recapture those jobs you're losing right now, putting you on the road from 5 million in top line revenue for the general contracting company to well over 10, allowing you to open that second location in Bozeman. Hell yeah, it does, Matt. Let me get it signed off on, right? He's going to change his process. So Insight, get their attention, deliver an insight, talk about their current situation, monetize it, and then just go for the close. And if they say, I can't do it, cool, what's a good next step? And then they'll tell you their process. If you like this video, I got you. I'm gonna hook you up. Click the link in my bio. I'm gonna give you the closing mini masterclass. It's normally $300. I'm gonna pay for everything. You're gonna close a lot more business. You're gonna make a lot more money. You're gonna have a lot more fun, and you're gonna be like, Matt Easton changed my life. And I'm gonna be like, yes, I did. Did we just become best friends? And you're gonna say, yes, we did. And then you and I are gonna be best friends, and it'll be great. So click the link in my bio so we can be friends and you can close more business, and I'll cover all the cost. See you there.